All right, we're back. We apologize. We had a little internet snafu there. So what you missed there in that last 1 minute of action is St. Bernard Elmwood Place running a couple plays, going backwards, I guess, with a penalty as well. And it's second down now at the 40-yard line for the Titans. We are starting the fourth quarter of play now, as we have the long throw from Hundley, and it is going to be intercepted by Brandon Civarella. And he's got some running room.
Oh!
Until he is brought down by Braden West. How about it, Dan Vogt?
Braden, that was an angry tackle. He is angry. He's walking. He's shaking his head. He's mad. And
So,
I like that fire.
Sorry that you guys out there didn't get to see that drive, but you did get to see the drive end with Brandon Civarella's interception, as Zakeem Hundley has to be able to figure out what the heck he's going to do. They need to score points. They're down 14-8 now, and here's where New Miami can really put a dagger in them.
Yeah, they tried the bomb there, underthrown, and as Woody Hayes says, when you throw the ball, 2 out of 3 things that can happen are bad. Incomplete, interception, but you could get a completion.
You could get a completion,
That's
and
right.
they need those right now. Now we're going to see, without Dylan Spivey, how New Miami can try to run out the clock. They got 2 H-backs in there, and Trey Robinette's going to run it right up the middle, and he's tackled by Jaden Wood, who seems to be everywhere on defense for the Titans right now, Dan.
He is Mr. Everything for them.
He gets up. He's defending passes. He's making plays at the line of scrimmage to making tackles. He's running 85-yard touchdown runs and returning
But
punts.
don't say he sold popcorn at halftime.
He did not. He did not.
Okay,
That's
okay.
right. That's right. COVID regulations forbids popcorn from being sold by players at the half.
Okay. He's controlling the beanbag too.
Why not?
All right. So no gain on that play. We're at 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line. Huge defensive stop here for St. Bernard if they can get it. Get back in this game. Get the offense back on the field.
2 H-backs, and again, the handoff goes to Howard up the middle, and this is not going to go anywhere as Greg Miller snuffs this out in the backfield for the Titans. Dan, what do you do here on 3rd and long?
Let me see who's out on the field first. You know what? I'll tell you, that beautiful run for the touchdown.
Yep.
Trey
Quarterback
Robinette.
power.
I run the quarterback on a sweep.
The hard thing is you don't want to do anything that's going to cause a turnover here.
That's why
You've got to make sure you can at least punt at the end of this play, and you'd like to at least be tackled in bounds to keep working on the clock. I know it's still a little early, but 10 minutes left and a little change.
Here we go. Here's
Trey Robinette's got Wood coming off the edge.
And he's going to run.
He's looking, directing his teammate,
he's
his
got
brother,
it.
Jordan
Nice.
Robinette.
That's the brotherly connection.
All the way over on the opposite side of the defensive line, I saw number 7, Greg Miller of St. Bernard Elmwood Place, turn and watch that ball get caught, and his head just shrunk.
Well, the 2 brothers probably been throwing balls at each other since they were, 6, 7 years old. He was directing his brother, come back for the ball, come back for the ball. I just wanted to make sure he, got beyond the first down marker, which he did. So it was a great play there.
Truly backyard football going on right there for the new Miami Vikings offense.
Absolutely. In the grass.
Trey Robinette all by himself in the backfield now. This might be the quarterback power. They got a tight end, 2 H-backs, and 2 wideouts. Duncan to the left and Jordan Robinette to the right. They're waiting for the back judge.
I'm going to say he runs it to the right. I agree with you.
Now here comes Jordan Robinette.
There you go, running to the right.
And Trey tucks it in. Again, that could have been a potential option, but Jordan really wasn't looking for the pitch and didn't really lay a lead block either there.
It was the quarterback power, as you called it. That's the old school way of calling it. I like it, quarterback power.
It's not really a draw play because you're not going to go backwards looking like you're going to throw it first.
No.
Does that definitely design quarterback run? That's what you're intending to do.
2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd 8. We're down to 9 minutes to go here. Clock isn't a factor yet, but
it's going to be.
Yeah.
If New Miami can get it all the way down to the 2-yard line, they'll be in field goal range.
I'm watching 59 there on St. Bernard. He's back there looking at the clock. He's pretty winded. I'd love to know his name. He's playing a great game.
He's also not on our roster. And we have a timeout. New Miami will take it with them with 8:44 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's the Vikings 14 and the Titans 8.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Here,
Thank you, Joey.
yeah, here's a score from the northern part of the state that any Baden or Ross fans used to Division III, Region 12 would kind of shake their heads at a little bit. Final score from Wapakoneta. Wapakoneta is good every year. Lima Shawnee 9, the Wapakoneta Redskins 7. Final score.
Wow.
The Redskins dropped to 0-4 now in this year. Very uncharacteristic for Wapak, who's normally, they had a home game last year at Harmon Field up there.
They're not Wapak football team.
Not the Wapak football team.
Oh.
A flag is going to be thrown behind the play there. That ball was aired out deep downfield.
I think we might have a late hit on the
Roughing the
quarterback.
passer?
Yeah. It's a very late flag.
Intended receiver there was Emmerich Moffitt, the sophomore, running a streak pattern
Personal
against Jelon
foul,
Parker.
roughing the court. Yes.
I think he used two-handed. It was a personal talent, intentional grounding. Right?
I've never.
It was roughing the passer, though.
I've never seen a two-handed roughing the passer.
Maybe he used both hands as he roughed him. I don't know.
That was on Thad Gutu. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Gutu. That's correct.
Gutu got him to the turf.
Yes, he did.
Too late. 1st and 10 for the Vikings as they now approach the red zone here. They are at the 20-yard line going in. 8:39 remaining here in the fourth quarter of play.
Just from their body language, I mean, it looks like St. Bernard is a little down. They need to do something big here to pick their team up.
Robinette, quarterback power, right up the middle.
There he goes. Oh,
that's the same play he scored on earlier tonight.
Shoestring tackle there.
1st and goal for the Vikings.
Kevin Benford with a touchdown-saving tackle. He is a senior running back and defensive end.
Benford.
Benford.
Tim the Toolman Taylor. That's Benford. That's
That's
Benford.
Benford, yes. I knew that reference.
I don't think so, Dan. Jordan and Trey Robinette both come into the huddle now. 1st down and goal to go as the Vikings try to really put a serious dagger into the Titans here. Momentum is changing, sir.
It is. I just think New Miami could string together long drives. It seems like that's their MO right now.
Helton and Moffitt are out wide, but very few people expect the ball to go to them. This is probably going up the middle to either Howard or Trey Robinette. He's going to wait for the back judge to put his hand up in the air to signal 5 seconds remaining on the play clock.
He's going to
hands it out to Donovan Howard, who tries to sneak around the edge. He's not going to have the speed advantage against Zakeem Hundley, though.
Hundley just kind of threw him down like a sack of potatoes there.
You ever thrown down a sack of potatoes, Dan?
No, I haven't.
They go down just like that, I'm told. At least the B-52 seem to think so when they recorded Private Idaho, right?
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's some great trivia there.
Oh, my gosh. 2nd down and goal. Little bit of a loss there for the running back, Howard.
They're at the 10 now as the center brings the ball up to the beanbag.
We're approaching 7 minutes remaining, and again, Trey Robinette is going to use the back judge. If you can see the back judge in the screen right now by the goalpost, watch him put his hand up in the air right there. 4, 3, 2, 1,
snap.
and they snapped it perfectly.
Nice play.
Into the flat.
Nice
Looking
tackle.
for Deonza Duncan. Catches the ball and stays in bounds.
Jelon Parker with the tackle. The reason Joel is bringing up that ref in the back there holding his hand up is there is no clock on the field, so they don't know how much until there's a delay of game. When you put your hand up like that, that means there's 5 seconds to go before a delay of game penalty will be assessed on you. So they're going to try and milk that clock all the way down. When they say he puts his hand up, it means they got to snap, and Joel counted it down. They snapped it at 1. So very smart clock management by New Miami on that play. They wanted to string out this as long as possible. If they get 2 scores here, and let's say there's 5 minutes to go, that's going to be pretty much ball game, I think. We'll see what happens.
And we're down to 6 minutes left already. You can't see the back judge, but his hand just went up, and they just snapped the ball.
Beautiful.
Robinette's looking.
Pointing to his brother.
Did he get him?
Catch. Wait a minute.
Ball bounced,
incomplete.
says the side judge. And that's actually Deonza Duncan, number 2. As the night comes and the sun sets, these green numbers on black jerseys get a little more difficult there, Dan.
It is, but what an effort. What an effort.
Deonza Duncan laid full out.
Full extension. I think it was one of those where he didn't complete the process, the old Calvin Johnson play. One of my favorites.
Well, the other hard thing, too, is college football typically uses a 7-man crew, and NFL typically uses an 8-man crew on the field.
Right.
High school football, if you'll notice, only uses a 5-man crew. It's shaped like a cross. The referee in the white hat is the one trailing behind the play. You have the umpire right dead smack in the center. The back judge is the one by the goalpost that you barely just saw there in your frame. And then you have 2 side judges on either side of the line. That really, in the passing game, makes it really limited what you can see as an officiating crew.
4th and 10, no kicker here. Here we go.
4th and goal for Trey Robinette. Gonna throw it up. Winging a prayer to Helton. And who comes down with it?
It's an interception.
Nobody comes down with it.
Okay, all right.
Helton was there. Benford was the defender that was there. Neither one comes down with it. Turnover on downs. They took a lot of time off the clock and gave really horrible field position to the Titans, at least.
So they couldn't try a 27-yard field goal there. That is really interesting to me because you go up, that'd be 15.
You'd be up by 9.
Yeah, up by 9,
they
2
don't
scores.
have the range for that, Dan.
Yeah.
And they're not going to sacrifice 13 yards of field position to attempt it. Wow. They're going to give them the ball at the 7-yard line instead. You don't want to. Would you want to lose 13 yards of field
Miami,
position?
let me say this. New Miami, you're 10-0 last year. Go out there and recruit yourself a kicker from the soccer team. Get yourself a kicker. You would have been up by 9.
Well, with the loss of several seniors, and we celebrated senior night, Deonza Duncan is a senior. Both Robinettes are seniors. Brandon Civarella is a senior. Dylan Spivey is a senior. It's make or break year for New Miami this year.
Yes, it is.
Ocean Canyon, we've not called his name much, but he's big mover and shaker on the line. He's a senior. And so you're going to really start, a kicker would be nice, but you're also going to want a lot more too. Because there's a lot of people to replace after they all graduate this spring. Hundley takes it out of bounds and gains about 6 yards.
If they have that many seniors and they went 10-0 last year, those kids were juniors.
They were juniors last year.
So that senior class last year must have been special too.
There was very few people in the senior class last year.
It was the junior class.
It was the junior class carrying them to that 10-0 record.
Wow.
And that's why they thought this year, before COVID happened, that's why they thought this would be the most talented New Miami team in anybody's memory. Second down and 4 for Hundley. Scrambles out looking for Woods. Flutters it short. Brandon Civarella on the coverage there, but that really did not have much of a chance. Blake Hart was in the backfield there, rushing the quarterback, Zakeem Hundley. That really made him have to throw the ball a little earlier than he wanted it to, Dan.
Okay, now you're New Miami here. Okay, it's 3rd and 7.
3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
It's hard to see with this angle and everything.
Yeah,
but
so, okay, is it going to be a blitz, you think? You think they're going to – I would like a screen pass.
Yeah?
If I was St. Bernard.
I could go for that. Maybe even you cross them up on a draw play, but it looks like New Miami's bunching a bunch of people defensively up to the line. Here comes a couple-man rush, and it is a run up the middle to the running back.
Nice effort.
That's Isaac Drew, who also punts. Use the umpire as a bit of a screen there as the lead blocker.
You always notice that. That's like one of your favorite things.
Well, you got the referee out there. You might as well use him, right?
That's right.
1st down and 10 for the Titans. 5:21 left, and the clock is running.
It's amazing to me that St. Bernard is in this game at all. And they get a touchdown. They get the 2 or –
They have a chance to win this game here, but it's
do.
going to be on this drive.
It's got to be.
Time will start ticking really badly. Hundley.
He's got all day to throw it.
but nobody open, and he finally bounces the ball to Isaac Drew, the running back, who would run out of real estate there along the left sideline. 2nd down and 10 for the Titans.
I love the new Miami home clock operator. There's about 4 seconds that ticked off after the ball hit the ground. So
Yeah. We're calling out Susan there for she's too busy watching the game. She
Susan
knows
needs to
all of
put-
these boys. She's out
Susan
there
needs to
hollering.
put 4 seconds back on that clock. She's never had announcers that were so clock crazy
We're
like
always
we are.
paying attention to the clock. 2nd and 10. Hundley rolls to the
He's
right.
got all day.
Looks back across
He's
to the
got
slant
a man.
pattern for one.
Oh, he caught it.
He
No,
absolutely caught that
that's a
football.
catch. That's a catch.
And that is going to be
Absolutely.
called a catch.
That's a
The
catch.
fans are not going to like it, but he bobbled it, brought it in, and was down on the ground, which ends the play before
and then he put
anybody
the ball
knocked
up
it
with
out.
one hand to signify I have caught the ball.
And it was knocked out
And it
by
was
the
knocked
defender.
out. Now, if it would have been a professional player,
Like Calvin Johnson?
then it would have been a live play because you're not down until you're touching the pros, and then they could have knocked the ball out, and it would have been a
That's
a
right.
fumble.
But that was actually very well officiated by the crew there.
Tremendous.
He bobbled it and did catch it, gained possession without the ball hitting the ground, and that ends the play with his knees down at that point in time.
Okay, that's what St. Bernard needed now. They're out of the shadow of their own end zone. They're up at the 40. Now it's just basically a regular drive.
Hundley tucks it inside. This was an option play. He had the opportunity to pitch it to Lenny Thornton and decided to keep it. Gains about 5 yards as we creep down toward 4 minutes remaining in regulation.
I'll tell you, it's quiet here now in New Miami. they're kind of little anxious here.
Well,
they know
so
the game
a
is
few
on the
nervous
line.
moments, right?
Well, when they're down there at the 1st and goal down there, I thought we were going to see them sealed off, but not to be.
Final score at the Hornets' Nest. Brookville finishes off Monroe 28-3. Baden finishes off Fenwick 42-6.
Wow.
Baden Rams 4-0. Brookville Blue Devils 4-0. Hundley rolls out. Looks into the flat, overthrows
Ooh.
Isaac Drew, and there's a flag thrown by the umpire in the middle of the defensive line. We'll see what this call is. It's going to be on the Titans for a hold. That's going to back them up about 10 yards. So the foul happened around the line of scrimmage there, so go from 2nd and 4 to about 2nd and 14.
Feels like fall out here now. It's a little chilly.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. 2nd down and 14 for the Titans, maybe 13. The penalty may have been 1 yard upfield.
3 minutes and 40 seconds. We're in crunch time here.
This is the drive.
I'll tell you,
Titans got to do it here.
Chris Vogt, you've given us games to call, and they've been all close down to the wire matches, with the exception of the Baden Rams game.
That's right, that's right. Talawanda Carroll didn't end up being close, was close for a lot of the way. Uh-oh, Hart closing in.
That was not a catch. Are they
It
calling
was
it
a catch.
Oh, my goodness.
He got a foot inbound. You only need 1 foot in high school, same as in college. 2-yard gain. That was Jaden Wood, and he came up right away from out of bounds with his foot having hit in and holding the ball up in the air and signaling catch to the umpire.
He's making it easy for the umps.
We have 3:34 remaining in the fourth quarter of play. New Miami and St. Bernard. Tight one.
I dial up the blitz if I'm New Miami here. The Vikings got to get pressure. We'll see what happens.
Lakota West is just taking the lead over Fairfield with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter of that game. So Bolton still wants that undefeated season there for the Firebirds.
3rd and 11.
Third
Here
and
we go.
11. Bounces the ball on the snap. Hundley runs out of room.
There's your
Tries to tuck it
nice.
inside. Can't get it. And New Miami's Jose Chavarria makes the play. And this is costly. A timeout, Titans. 3:22 remaining. We'll be right back to talk about how damaging that timeout was after this quick message from our sponsors, Performance Toyota.
Performance Toyota Superstore invites you to save. Money, that is. Overstocked pre-owned vehicles have forced us to wholesale direct to you. Our loss is your gain. Everything is on sale. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Every deal will be made. Keep your stimulus check and just show up and drive. If you want it, we've got it. Every style, every color, every model. It's used cars for everyone. Only at your Performance Toyota Superstore. Go to performancetoyotastore.com.
All right, Dan. Second timeout taken by St. Bernard. Kind of costly right here.
Yeah, they're down to one timeout, pretty much indicating they're going to go for it here on 4th and 12 with 3:22.
3:22. Here's the mathematics of the situation. If you punt it or if you fail to convert this 4th down, New Miami gets the ball. You can only stop the clock once, which guarantees New Miami to take off at least a minute and 20 off of that 3:22. And if they get a first down, it becomes a really dire situation, if not mathematically impossible, for the Titans to get the ball back. That's the math.
Okay. Now this is Alcoa presents You Make the Call. I'm going to say throw it up to Mr. Wood here.
They've got a different formation. The quarterback, Hundley, is down on the right side of the formation. They got 2 running backs back there in the backfield. Isaac Drew is going to try to throw it. He throws it up high. And Donovan Howard tried to intercept it for some reason. He must have forgot it was 4th down. But comes up short. Ball flutters. That was very odd that you don't put the ball in the hands of your quarterback on 4th and 12, Dan.
Yeah. I'm all I can say is I don't understand the play call there.
That was a little, I mean, they were trying to throw it deep.
He threw a punt, basically, and it just landed amongst everyone.
It fluttered.
Yeah.
He was pressured.
The Vikings were smart not to pick it off there because they're going to get the ball right there.
Yep.
At the 36-yard line.
Absolutely. 3:15 to whittle off the clock here, and you got to be now really thinking clock management after this first play. Get tackled inbounds. Don't run out of bounds.
I guarantee you we're going to see 3 runs here.
No incomplete passes.
Absolutely guarantee you.
Be looking for Donovan Howard, number 12, and the quarterback, Robinette. We'll see which one gets the handoff. Only one wide receiver at the very top. No, 2 at the top of your screen. Quarterback power, Robinette. Tackled by Jakyle Parks of the Titans, and the clock runs.
Yeah, that's basically what we called 3 runs and a punt. And, of course, St. Bernard, they know that.
Yeah, everybody knows that. That's where that timeout was very costly.
Yeah.
Before the 4th down play. 2nd down and 11. And you know that Robinette, by previous drives, can be keeping his eye on that back judge as he goes up to the line of scrimmage to see how much time he can take off. We're down to 2:40 left and counting. Keep an eye on the back judge if he shows up in your screen. I don't think you can see him in your picture. He's a little bit off screen here.
Cameraman's trying to help us.
3, 2, and there's the snap. Pitched wide to Jordan Robinette. He's going to tuck it inside. Get a little bit of yardage. He's going to be stopped. Titans are going to take their last timeout right here.
That was Elijah Miller again.
We'll keep it right here as St. Bernard Elmwood Place takes their last timeout. 2:17 remaining. So, again, doing the math on this, Dan, I'm sure New Miami is going to run the ball here on 3rd down.
Absolutely, they should.
And from 2:17, take away 40 seconds down to 1:37 plus whatever the amount of time it is to run the play. Maybe 4 or 5 seconds or whatever. You're going to be down to close to a minute and a half remaining by the time you would need to snap it on 4th down. And with this field position, you might even take 2 cracks at this. You're thinking punt.
I punt the ball. Yeah, I mean, that's 30 more yards you don't want to give them there.
Well, I think it also depends, to be fair, on how much yardage you get on 3rd and 8 here.
Oh, sure.
If you get down to 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, much more likely to go for it.
Oh, absolutely.
If you get tackled behind the line of scrimmage and make it 4th and 10, I agree with you. You're probably punting in that case.
Let's just say this. St. Bernard, the Titans, they need to just put 12 men in the box.
I think that would cost them 5 yards, Dan.
Well, I know that. What I'm saying is overplay the run,
Pull
obviously.
a Purcell Marion and play with 12. All right. Trey Robinette in the backfield. It looks like that might be his brother with him, or it might be Howard.
Here we go. 3rd and 8.
Low snap, and they're going to keep it all the way with Trey Robinette. And, of course, they're going to put this right in between where you were saying and where I was saying. It's going to be 4th down and 6, maybe 4th and 5.
And this is where I call punt, and you say go for it. I call punt. Let's see what they do.
Well, they're going to get this down to a minute and a half before they have to do anything. And they may themselves take a timeout here at the play clock running all the way down.
That would be a good idea,
Decide what they want to do. But here's the other thing you can do on 4th down. Given that, the Vikings took a timeout there.
Kind of early.
With 1:48 left, they could have probably got another 18 seconds or so off of that clock before they took the timeout. Okay, you got a
All
rookie
right.
coach. You're working these things out for the first time. I get it.
He
Second
didn't
game.
watch the guy put his hand up.
Yeah,
in the back.
watch the back judge there if you're going to take that time out, right? Oh,
That's
boy.
right.
But here's the thing, though. Clock is stopped at 1 minute and 48 seconds left. If you punt the ball, you're going to give them the ball back. Full length of the field to go. They've only broken one big play on you all game long. And, of course, they're out of timeouts. If you choose to go for it here, 4th and 6, the entire playbook is open to you because a clock stoppage would naturally occur on the change of possession anyway. So
True.
throwing an incomplete pass to Deonza Duncan or to Jordan Robinette down the field is not going to hurt anything. You might as well try to see if you can put the ball into the hands of your quarterback. If he picks up the first down here, you win.
Okay.
Straight victory formation, done. So I don't think either choice is a bad one here. If you go for it, you're giving them the ball back at the 33.
Just the amount of time that the head coach is explaining here, I think they're going for it.
Too long of an explanation for a punt?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You can get the punt done
He's
in one
saying,
word.
get the first down, let's go home.
Yeah, and again, you don't have to run the ball here on 4th down. Clock is going to stop anyway if you don't pick up the
So
first down. Trips receivers.
Here we go.
Got Helton, Jordan Robinette, and Duncan to the left side of the formation.
A pass.
He looked for Duncan.
Oh,
Wow, he
Nice
got
hit.
blown up by Isaac Drew. And I know no referee wants to be the one deciding the game on the call, but had they thrown a personal foul there, I don't think anybody would have really complained about that.
No, it was a
Bang, bang, baby.
It was bang bang. That was old school there. Absolutely.
Very old school. All right, Dan. Well, minute 43 remaining.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Now dial up your best trick plays, Titans. Let's see what you got out there. Don't put the non-quarterback in the backfield and throw a long pass.
Yeah, you probably need Zakeem Hunley as your quarterback, but
Yes.
you also need to be able to protect him. And New Miami's defensive line is getting an increasing amount of pressure in on them as this game has gone along.
Okay, let's keep an eye on Jaden Wood, obviously. He's out there on the left.
Top of your screen there, if you're
Yeah.
looking. We wish we had our little telestrator. We could circle the dude.
Yeah.
Late man running across the formation is Greg Miller to the right side. And a flag, and this is going to be for delay of game on the offense. On a change of possession, they did not have the right personnel out there, Dan.
Yeah, it's not too costly, but it just shows a lack of preparedness and coaching.
Well, remember, anything where you are tackled inbounds short of the sticks is going to run the clock, and Susan will be perfectly happy to drain that time off.
Even a tick or two extra. All right, here
They're
we
down
go.
to 1:42 remaining here. There's the snap to Hundley on 1st and 15. Screen, little dump-off pass to number 10.
He did get out of bounds.
Jalon Parker, and yes, tackled out of bounds, gets out of bounds. Jose Chavarria on the coverage for the New Miami Vikings. Chavarria is a junior.
They used Jaden Wood as a decoy there. They sent him long and threw underneath, and it New Miami, to their credit, they kind of knew it was going to happen.
We're down to 1 minute and 36 and holding. They actually lost yardage on that play.
Wow.
It's 2nd down and 17 now for the Titans. New Miami
Now
just needs one more defensive stop.
Yeah, you're right. They changed it to 17. They heard you.
Trips receivers to the right side of the line. Hundley steps up, looking for Wood. Well overthrown. The ball almost ended up jumping over the fence over there. 3rd and 17, Dan.
I don't understand why they don't try the quick slant. It's what worked before. It doesn't have to be in, a precision throw, just a quick slant.
Yep. Well, St. Bernard Elmer Place is getting late early. You're going to need to convert this first down. You got 2 plays to do it, no matter how long it takes. But you got 1 minute and 31 left as well. So you can't dilly-dally either.
No.
Obviously, if you don't convert the first down here and get tackled in bounds, you are out of timeouts. That clock is going to continue to
run. The New
run.
Miami fans, I don't know if you can hear this, but they are stomping on the aluminum bleachers. It is making a neat rumbling sound. Here we go.
That is a unique sound. 2 receivers on either side of the formation to Hundley.
There was a slant.
That
but
was
he
the
missed
slant
it.
attempt to Wood. That was the play that you wanted. It was ever so slightly led him a little too far. Clock stops. 1 minute and 27 seconds left. 4th and ball game for the Titans.
I love the play call. If he would have just hit him, he would have been flying down the field.
He had a little bit of room there in the secondary.
They're over there discussing it with
Do
the
you run
coordinator.
right back to it 2 plays in a row? Do you maybe put him on the other side of the formation and have him slant left instead of slant right?
Yeah, well, let's see if they do that. No, they're keeping him on the left.
Wood is the farthest outside receiver on the very top of your screen.
I'm going to say same play over again.
That is the short side of the
you.
field.
There's a blitz.
And they're looking for Wood. You can see it. And there's the slant. And there's the incomplete pass.
And there's the ball game.
That's it.
They tried twice on the slant that I wanted, but obviously the first quarter slant where they got the 85 yards, that was an aberration, it looks like.
He was open both times.
Yes, he was. If an accurate quarterback would have got it there and it would be a first down, we'd be wondering what was going to happen.
Well, if this were a basketball game, Dan, they would say that shooting is the first thing that goes when your legs get tired.
That's a
and
good
you
point.
wonder, with the Division VI and Division VII opponents out here, Wood and Hundley have played virtually every single snap of offense, defense, and special teams out there tonight.
Those guys are in shape. They got to be in
so
shape.
you almost wonder, as Wood is maybe a hair slow getting to that slant, as that ball is being thrown a hair too far, you almost wonder if that's a little bit of fatigue catching in there on that.
Yeah.
I mean, 48 minutes worth
They're
of football.
out of sync because they're a little tired.
They're just tired.
Yeah.
Trey Robinette,
Smart move.
victory formation in the shotgun.
Now, shout out to Josh Vogt here, my son. He had Ben Roethlisberger on his fantasy football team.
Okay.
He had a .06 lead. Okay, that's minuscule. Big Ben, the Steelers converted a first down late in the game. Big Ben took a knee. He lost.
Oh, no.
By his quarterback taking
His quarterback
a knee.
knee was a negative 1 yard run.
And he lost the game
Oh,
by .20.
my goodness.
Yes. I told him, I said, you better hope Pittsburgh does not convert this third down.
That is tragic.
Oh, yes. That's a terrible way to win.
This is why we play fantasy football, though, right, Dan?
It's crazy. Another knee.
Yep, and we are now down to about 33 seconds, and that might be enough, I would think. I don't know that they're going to need to do it on third down at all. Again, with these shotgun snaps, if you're playing Miami Valley Conference fantasy football, Robinette's rushing numbers are going to get hurt a little more.
Never understand why they just can't learn to get under the center. And that's going to do it. We got the countdown going here. We're down to 10, as you can see on the screen. He's zooming in.
He is. How about Ron up there?
Good job,
camera work
Ron.
tonight, Ron. I know you can't hear us, but good camera work.
And that is it. We have the final.
The new Miami Vikings are 2-0 as the St. Bernard Elmwood Place Titans drop to 2-2 on the season. We'll see what kind of post-game festivities we have here. It looks like we got a horizontal line. We've seen this probably the most common of anybody this year, Dan, with the post-game celebrations.
Yeah,
here.
they're holding the helmets up, kind of waving at them like good game, high. And let's see what here. Now, the St. Bernard Elmwood Place is coming out.
Let's see what we got here. Kind of a show of sportsmanship there.
Very classy move.
Absolutely. That was a very hard-fought football game, and
it was.
neither team really wanted to lose that
They're doing the same thing, holding
there you
up
go.
the
We've been
helmets.
hitting each other all game. We've been closer than 6 feet all night long, so let's make sure we're not closer than 6 feet at the very end.
And wave bye-bye to each other.
And wave bye-bye. That's right. We'll be right back after this commercial break here and wrap things up from the Village. 14-8, New Miami over the Titans of St. Bernard Elmwood Place.
Inside the Village is powered by Red's Hamburger Shop, the official sponsor of the New Miami Vikings. Still serving the classic Red's burger. Red's is also serving soft serve ice cream and milkshakes. While carryout is still available, Red's is currently working on opening soon for limited indoor dining. Located at 103 South Riverside Drive in the heart of New Miami. Go Vikings! Inside the Village is also brought to you by Heirloom Framing for all your memorabilia and jersey framing needs. Twisted Scissors, a proud supporter of the Vikings. Go Green! Also, Reflections for Life Pioneers. All about your lawn, landscaping, and lawn service. Call 513-233-0159. And SuccessPhoto.com for all your high school photography needs.
As the confetti starts falling just outside of your picture, you can see a couple little ticker tape things floating in with the wind catching it there. The new Miami Vikings will huddle up in a pseudo-socially distanced fashion, kind of, sort of, maybe. Dan Vogt, this is your first time seeing two schools this small playing
Yeah.
high school football. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I always followed them in the playoffs, the Division 6 and 7 teams through the Joe Idol. You know, I like my playoff football, but to see one live here on a grass field, you know, teams, smaller schools, both teams with players that play both sides of the ball. It's very refreshing. It's interesting. I would recommend next year, you know, when all you fans can go out and see games again. You know, even if you don't have a kid at one of these smaller schools, just come out and watch one of these Division 6, Division 7 games. It's really refreshing. I enjoyed it tonight. These kids have heart. They're obviously in great shape to play both sides of the ball.
Can you imagine?
I mean, they got to be exhausted. They're going to sleep well tonight. It was a great game. I enjoyed it. New Miami, a well-fought, hard victory tonight over a very, very tough St. Bernard Titan team.
Trey Robinette with the game-winning touchdown from, about 20 yards out or so?
Yeah, he just kind of slipped through the middle there. I mean, you know, we had the cinder block blocking my view here on the play, but I'll watch the broadcast and I'll be able to see it a little bit better, you know, tomorrow. But sneaky move, but he showed some speed there.
It was 8-8 at halftime, and of course, St. Bernard Elmwood Place started the game off with a 85-yard slant and go touchdown. A lot of yards after the catch for Jaden Wood there. That was the biggest play of the game for the Titans offense. That may have been half of their offensive output for the entire game, honestly.
Yeah.
New Miami's defense bottled them up much of the rest of the way. New Miami scores later on in the first half, early in the second quarter there. They did this without Dylan Spivey for most of the game. Hopefully he's going to be okay. He obviously he's gone off twice with an injury today with his left elbow kind of hurting. And
that's what
New Miami's going to need him.
Yeah, well, good teams find ways to, you know, you lose your best player, but the other guy stepped up, and it's just a nice victory for New Miami.
Absolutely. So New Miami goes to 2-0 on the year. They would love to have played a few more games than they ended up playing, but they've missed 2 weeks, one with COVID through North College Hill, the other one through Miami Valley Christian Academy, just not having enough people completely non-COVID related. But they win over St. Bernard Elmwood Place today. They got 2 more games scheduled at Cincinnati at Cincinnati Country Day next week.
Okay.
It's a Division 6 school. And then back here at Mara Field on October 2nd. The last regular season game, theoretically, is against Lockland, who is 3-1 right now. That'll be a conference game. After that, they head into the playoffs. We'll find out after Week 5 where they'll be seated. Kind of a bit of a mystery there. I would think that maybe a 7 or 8 seed would be really nice for New Miami. They would get a home game and a bye if they were able to pull that off. If they get a 9 or a 10 seed, they'll be looking at a road game and a bye. If they get an 11 seed or worse, they're looking at a home game and not a bye.
I'll tell you, I just wish there was a way that more people could come out to the game. I understand about the coronavirus. Believe me, I mean, it changes the way I practice dentistry. It is definitely a threat. But if we could somehow spread people out, maybe put them, you know, on the sidelines 6 feet, you know, 6, 9, 10 feet apart. Have, you know, they're all wearing masks, doing the right thing tonight. It just would be great if we could have more people see these games. But fortunately, we were able to broadcast the game tonight and show it to you with our great cameraman Ron tonight.
And the other thing with New Miami as well, they're going to try with this senior class to fill out that schedule as best they can. So if they don't end up making a deep playoff run,
right.
Eric Hayes, their AD, has already told me, North College Hill, that first game of the year, they got COVIDed out. They're going to reschedule that thing.
Super.
They were thinking Week 8 is what Eric Hayes said. But
I mean, they've won now. They're 2-0 this year. They were 10-1 last year. So that's 12 out of 13 games they've won.
That's really excellent.
That's excellence. That's a force.
That is. So Week 8 was what Eric Hayes said. They're planning on rescheduling that NCH game. I don't know that that'll happen because if New Miami gets a first-round bye in Week 7, they're playing their first playoff game in Week 8. They may end up Week 9, Week 10, Week 11 trying to figure out when they can schedule the North College Hill Trojans coming back up here and playing that game. And that might be the truest senior night.
Yes.
The send-off for both Robinettes and for Dylan Spivey and Deonza Duncan and all of these wonderful Vikings that have really put New Miami on the map through last season.
And let's hope this is a building block where New Miami stays great for years to come. And, you know, that way 8 years down the road, these guys don't get cocky and say, now these 2 years, this is when New Miami was great. No, let's just say we established the program, we brought it back, and look what we've done. In the last 10 years, we've had 10 straight winning seasons.
That's it. All righty, good sir. Any final thoughts here from the village?
Not at all. I just enjoyed it tonight. It was great. Old school football, watching these small schools battle each other. It was fantastic.
From the village, Mara Field, for Dan Vogt, for Chris Vogt, and our cameraman Ron, and Joey Vogt rooting for his Dolphins. And this is Joel Sackenheim for the Butler County High School Sports Report, Television Network. New Miami 14, St. Bernard, Elmwood Place 8.
Good night.
Toyota Superstore invites you to save. Money, that is. Overstocked pre-owned vehicles have forced us to wholesale direct to you. Our loss is your gain. Everything is on sale. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Every deal will be made. Keep your stimulus check and just show up and drive. If you want it, we've got it. Every style, every color, every model. It's used cars for everyone. Only at your Performance Toyota Superstore. Go to performancetoyotastore.com.